from me to you. My name is Chris Snell. I'm a podcaster and also now a brand ambassador for Sober is the New Cool. As part of my ambassadorship, I've taken it upon myself to, from now up until whenever, to release small little chunks of information, something to help you, something to guide you as we enter a new year. The last 2 years have been tough, but this is a new year, so the past is irrelevant. I'd like to, on that note, just share something with you. Over the Christmas period, I purchased this book for myself, a wonderful reader called As a Man Thinketh, written by James Allen. This is the Life-Changing Classics volume, which runs to the excess of 30 pages, so if you are so inclined, you can purchase this book for yourself. It's dirt cheap and you can go through it in one reading. But there's so much of information in this book, and this is not just relevant to a single gender. Don't let the title fool you. It's relevant to equal genders. And go for it bit by bit and try and apply it in here. This is what needs to be sorted out first and foremost, because what goes in here ultimately influences here. And what I'm about to read to you just fulfills that exact premise. Here we go. A man's mind may be likened to a garden which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. On the next paragraph it reads, just as a gardener cultivates his plot, keeping it free from weeds and growing the flowers and fruits which he requires, so may a man tend the garden of his mind, weeding out all the wrong, useless and impure thoughts, and cultivating in turn toward perfection the flowers and fruits of right, useful and pure thoughts. Pretty much self-explanatory, doesn't it? Well, the question may be, how exactly does one go about? It's nice having literature, but how do we put it into practice? Knock it until you've tried it, because it's tried, tested, proven, and it works. Da-dan, da-dan. A daily planner, or a notebook, or a diary. Diarize consistently. And every one of us, let me just add this in for good measure, have visions, have goals, have things we'd like to accomplish. But you might think to yourself, why exactly do I need to put it down on paper? Well, number one, you're going to be forgetful. It happens to the best of us, especially as you age. Aging, not for sissies. But thank goodness in recovery we can age backwards, can't we? But apart from that, you need to come up with a vision that scares you. I've had this conversation with good friends of mine who said they want to do this, they want to do that, but they don't have the resources. That's why, in order to avoid disappointment, it's better to cut it down into small goals that you can accomplish on the daily. And that's why this document is important. In fact, just before New Year, I got this wonderful daily planner put together by the great John C. Maxwell. He's written great books on leadership and topics alike. And I made myself a vision board just for the year of 2023. See there? And then I just basically put it down to what would I like to accomplish throughout the year. And the first thing that comes to mind, I put down, case in point. And then every day I just go through the motions, and slowly but surely it'll come to fruition. That's why I'm so obsessive about maintaining a good health, a good mental health along with good physical health, that I carry a second notebook, which is my daily journal, a reflection journal. Any events that I had, good or bad, I put it down so I can continuously better myself. These are the small little rituals to me that are integral in order to maintain success in every facet of my life, physical, spiritual, and even in my recovery. The three go hand in hand, there's no doubt about it. But these for me have been the building blocks to maintain a good foundation in my spiritual life and in my walking and my recovery. Something that needs to be said. If you are a literature bug, I do implore you to read the play Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, a timeless classic, because in it there's a line that reads, habit is a great deadener. Habit is a great deadener, because what we do here is we like to have a vision, and this was something that Musashi himself wrote in the Book of Five Rings. We have this grandiose vision, which is noble. We have to chase after it like there's no tomorrow. But if we can't achieve it within a day or within a week or within a month, what do we do then? We paddle backwards psychologically and we murmur on the past, which is equally detrimental. So that's why we have to focus on the here and the now. He just called it cutting and killing. I've used this in many talks that I've given, and sometimes it seems to grab hold and sometimes it goes over one's head. The point being is small victories leads to bigger victories. Be voracious in attacking your goals consistently. Cut off those who do not work for you anymore, people, places, and things. And thirdly, don't be shy to try new things. Don't be shy to try out what works for you and what doesn't. And what's imperative, first and foremost above everything else, you don't fail. Let me repeat for perpetuity. You don't fail. You just took a first action in learning. It's a tried and trusted philosophy, because the reason being is where you might feel you have backpedaled, you consistently find something else that comes natural to you. That in itself is the premise of talent, finding something that comes naturally to you to make an impact on the world. But it all starts with this. So I implore you, get yourself a notebook, get yourself a daily planner, here are mine, reflect on the daily, set time aside for yourself, and consistently be laconic, and always try and find ways to better yourself. Do it in moderation, and I promise you, you will continue on through this year with such velocity, you're not just going to age backwards, people are going to look at you in awe, and all you have done is you've just raised one little pinky finger, and you haven't gone out of your way to do it for others, you've gone out of your way to do it for yourself, to the benefit of others, so that your life can become the testimony that other people will read. I hope you found this insightful. Please do stay in touch with me. You are more than welcome to follow me on my Instagram handle at Chris Snell Media. You can also follow at Sober is the New Cool, which is the official brand page of Sober is the New Cool. Get yourself some kick-ass apparel, and you and I will see each other next time. Oh, and let me not forget, I've got a brand new album out called As Wolves Howl at Nightfall, which is doing wonderfully. It's my spoken word poetry, and plus also I have a podcast called Having a Cuppa, which is syndicated on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts. Subscribe, like it, get some episodes for yourself. I'd love to hear from you in the nearest future. So I'll see you again next time.